Hey guys, I'm going to teach you how to make your own CDs at home, burn them, covers, all of that. So they look like this. Don't mind me, I'm watching 7 Deadly Sins in the back. Place it inside the burner, and this is the type of burner that I'm using. It's an external one, so if you want to pause, take a screenshot or whatever. It is the Dell USB Slim DVD drive. And I know it says DVD drive, but it works for CDs too, as you can see. So yeah, burning wise, I ended up using the CD Burner XP. We're gonna click on audio disc. You wanna make sure it's audio disc because assuming you're here to burn audio files, right? Cool. So you have a lot of options in here. You can burn, erase. You also have access to like files and folders and stuff. You see it for yourself. So if you don't want to have it how I have it, with my music straight on the desktop to the side, it will remember what you put in there and you can use it from right on the left hand side. So when I drop it in here, you'll see the track number, title, artist, album, all of that. But when you first do it, especially if you're using a WAV file, you might realize that you don't have like the album or the artist information on there. So what you have to do to get that is download MP3 tag. And after some digging, I learned if it's an MP3 audio, it will keep the tag and all the micro information in there. If it's a WAV file, WAV files unfortunately don't keep the micro info, so you have to add it back. So drag your audios into here and you can click on the specific song that you want and it'll pop up on the left hand side all the information. So the title, the artist, the album, year, track, genre, all of it. You can put all of it in and then save it, and it will now have that written back onto the WAV file, the audio file. So that's how you do that, so you're not scrambling around like a chick with his head cut off like I was, trying to figure out why the heck this wasn't working. So go back to the CD burner and we're going to click burn, and this little pop-up should come up and you can change the speed that you want. So I did 12 times. I'm sure you can go higher than that. It's literally just how fast the information is going to burn onto the CD. You can look up what type of CD you're using and what speed it's best to burn it at, but the slower the burn, the better it should come out. There should be less mistakes or like hiccups in the burning process. But you want to make sure you enable the CD text. If you don't enable the CD text, to my knowledge, you're not going to see the information that you just put on there from the MP3 tag thing. So you want to see the CD text and have it up there. And if you also are like me, trying to burn multiple of the same CD, you can change the number of copies. And once you do that and hit enter, this will pop up. So it'll show you that it's reading, downloading the files and whatnot. And then it'll show you the type of CD that you have, if it's writable disc or not, how much free space is on the disc, yada yada. All of that. That window only pops up, by the way, if you don't have a disc in, like I did. I didn't have my burner plugged in with the disc, otherwise it would have started burning. But usually that window doesn't pop up until you complete one burn, and when it ejects the CD, if you have that setting on to eject after burning, once it ejects the CD, this window will pop up. So this only pops up when there's no CD in. Now, moving on, this is another window you will see when you're doing multiple burns. It just keeps track of the burning progress. So this is literally just a progress window. And yeah, so back to me writing on the CDs in the most authentic way possible, you know. This is, I guess you could say, handmade. So here's me realizing as I'm writing down the song title, I wrote the wrong song first. So I'm contemplating how to fix this. Would it have been tacky to put a line through it and write the correct song? I don't know. But instead, I just decided to write over top of it. Yeah, apologies in advance to whoever gets this, but just know this is what it's like to make your own CDs. I signed all of my CDs, so you know that you got the real deal. And then I put my little cover thing in there. So if you don't have your covers made already, I'm gonna show you how to do that. Actually, props to my mom. She made my covers. She added the text to the pictures, and these are the ones we came up with. Soul Searching already had its own cover since that song is released already. The other two, which is Lost and Self, those are not out at the moment of me recording this. So I just put those on there just because, yeah, I'm selling CDs for the whole set that I'm doing at my shows, and they need something to look at. They need covers. So those are the images that I chose. Once you are done with that, you're gonna open up Google Docs or Word. I'm using Docs right now, and you're gonna click on the image, and at the top you're gonna see image options. So you're gonna click on that and then click on size and rotation. When you do this, this is just helping you scale your image to the correct size of the insert. I measured it, and then I also just looked it up for the cases that I have. So just make sure that you have the correct size for whatever jewel case or you're using. Also, make sure you turn off that lock aspect ratio. If you don't, and you type in either of the height or the width, if you don't and you have it on for the height or the width, it's going to try and keep that ratio the same, which is going to be very frustrating. I learned it the hard way. That is all that you need to do. Make sure you have it for both images or however images you can fit on one page, and you're good to go. So now we're going to print it. Find your printer. Make sure you're printing on one side, not both sides. You'll be mad. Maybe, maybe not. Who knows? But make sure you're printing on one side and the amount of copies that you want. And there you go. Once you do all that, you'll have your CDs. And you are just going to repeat the process burning wise. Repeat the process, put it in, and I pre-did my other one, so while the CD is in burning, I am writing on the next CDs that need to go in, doing all the labeling of the titles of the songs, doing all the signing, and putting those off into a pile. For whatever reason, this insert was just not going in. And in fact, it took so long, yeah, the CD was done. Like I said, this is like 1:35 for like each burn. So I was struggling for more than 1:35 trying to get this daggone paper, the cover, into the case. Yeah, fun. So we're just gonna like, skip past this. Once I finally got it in, yippee, that was a headache by the way. Put that down into the pile that is not burned, and then pick up the case of the finished pile that is burned, put the CD in there, close it up, put it back in the finished pile. So I just have this whole system going on, and eventually you will hit the point of like you're burning or you're finishing before the burn, which is good. So all you have to do is just wait for the burning to be done, and you're not, doing it one by one. Be productive, use your time, because this is a long process because you don't have a publisher, a CD publisher or whatever, to just do multiple CDs for you. It is one by one. Very tedious, but I would say it's very much worth it. So here I am again, just writing all the info on the CDs and signing it. And then putting the cover in there. Very, very rinse and repeat. And when you're done, as you can see, I finished. Those are the last 3 that I needed to burn. And they look like that. Very cute, very good. And so we wait. And we wait, and we wait, and we wait. It pops out. We're good to go. Take it out, put it in the case, the drill, close it up, pop a new one in. So yeah, very, very tedious stuff. More waiting. Finally finished the last one to put in. Take the bad boy out, put it in. And voila, all of my CDs, all of my hard work. CD spread. I had to figure out how to spread the CDs correctly. Yeah, I didn't know how to spread CDs correctly because they're CDs, So I hope you learned something from this video, and rock on. Go make your own CDs to sell or have at home. Bye bye.